Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever NL Streams podcast. NL stands for No Life. Recording live from planet Earth. Here are your hosts, myself, Golsteen NL, my friend Loki FM, and my
Yo,
other friend, the Ghost NL.
Good day, everyone.
that's my text. But that do this just to the side. Good day, everyone is my sentence. I'm supposed to say that,
Don't
but that
be
doesn't
a bitch,
matter.
Loki. Don't be a bitch.
I can already
He is one.
I can already see that this is gonna be very focused upon gaming and no
Yes.
bullshitting at all.
Yep, this is
And
not...
bullshitting is green
Crap.
enough.
That goes my schedule. Let's
I'm
try
Alright.
that
gonna
one away
bleep
then.
myself for that.
Anyway, my name's Golsteen NL, spelled Galsteen NL. Really easy. It's a Dutch. Anyway, and I am a normal guy, just 17 years old, doing nothing really important in life and living from other people's money.
I can see people getting interested in you.
Yes.
Anyway, my name is Loki. I make YouTube videos, I guess, up on my channel LokiFM, www.youtube.com/LokiFM. Only at 400 subscribers, but that doesn't matter. I create videos almost daily now at the moment. So check it out. And who are you, person sitting not physically next to me, but virtually?
Well, yeah, really virtually. Ghost. I'm a Ghost, better known as the Ghost NL. Most likely play games on the PlayStation 3. I make some YouTube videos as well, but not really important videos, so you don't have to watch them. But if you want to watch them, just search my name on the web. It's Ghost NL written with the 0 instead of the O and capital letters NL. So anyway, what's our first game today?
Our first game today is a downloadable content released for Battlefield 3 called Armored Kill.
Oh boy, our favorite game.
Well,
Cash
that
Cow
might
Battlefield.
Yeah.
Might be
Yeah,
a bit...
they got the EA treatment. Basically, EA creates DLC upon start of the game and decides to €60 is not enough for a game, so you will have to pay €100 or more, which kind of pisses me off. But hey, it's a DLC, and I think that there are a nice couple of maps, not worth €15, but hey.
Well, it's first DLC for this Battlefield, what I really like actually. I tell you why. All the other maps in Battlefield, including Close Quarters DLC, are way too short for a Battlefield map. And what they say and what I've seen on the web and what our watchers and listeners should have seen on the web is that those maps of Armored Kill are huge. I mean, they are huge.
Yeah, they actually have a new mode, something with a tank, and you can it's like tank warfare. I think that's what the mode is called, and then everyone is a tank, if I'm correct. So
Well, you're not
that
really
might
a
be-
tank, but
yeah,
the driving one.
it's meant. Yeah, I can see where you're getting at there, but it's meant that you just grab a tank and just go all out tank warfare. So that's really shows the sizes of those maps, and all the trophies or achievements are based upon these vehicles, like the jet or the tanks.
Yeah, exactly.
It's way better than just turning around the corner, seeing a whole team of the enemy.
Will there be any differences in weapons?
Well, differences. This DLC is really based, what I've seen about it, it's really based on vehicle warfare. You don't want to be walking around on those maps. Like we mentioned before, they are huge. And what I can remember from the old Battlefields, if you're walking around there, you will walk, well, for a little 15 minutes until you're on the other side of the map.
And before you get there, you most likely bloody die.
Yeah,
Most
well,
likely.
Unfortunately, we always die if we reach our point, you know, you walk
Yeah.
for 15 minutes and yeah, I'm there, and it's...
You're gonna
Fuck.
capture C and you will get killed by a darn sniper up on the roof.
I will
So,
get
yeah.
killed even if I drive in the biggest, best tank ever invented. I will get killed in Battlefield. I suck at it. But anyway, the game will be released September 4th on PlayStation Network.
Yeah,
but
only
it
for
will
the premium subscribers.
only
for
for the
premium
premium. Yes,
yeah.
that's true. But the thing is, why does PlayStation get it a week earlier compared to the PC and Xbox 360?
Well,
Um,
that's because Sony thought it was a brilliant idea to invest money in DICE or well EA probably and get the DLC a little bit earlier instead of just investing it in another company to get a new first party title. But yeah, that's my own opinion of it. It's cool that they
well,
get it a week early, I guess.
wasn't it quite different when Battlefield was released last year? They promised us a lot of things, including Battlefield 2043, and they didn't quite came up with that
You
promise.
mean
So
1943?
yeah, I said that,
I
didn't
think
I?
he
No, you
said
said
that.
90. He said
No,
1943.
he said 19. Anyway,
But
Oh, anyway,
anyway,
sorry.
let me explain. They had all those promises, and it's much more than only the Battlefield game. They said also that we get exclusive items. They didn't came up with it, so we ended up with this crap that we get everything a week earlier.
yeah, but I
After
still
that,
think even for that they put out a good old sack of money.
yeah, a big amount of money.
So
Well, anyway, after like 6 months, EA thought DICE hadn't earned enough money on Battlefield, so they announced a premium membership. And well, there goes away your 1 week early access to all DLC, because now the premium members have it. You know, it's
even well, the PS3 premium members have it the earliest, and then the Xbox 360 premium members get it at the
including the
same
PlayStation
time
normal
at the
members.
PS3 normal
Yeah.
members. And don't forget, you still have to buy the DLC because that's a misconception some people have. They think, well, if I just wait a week and don't have premium, I will get the DLC for free. Well, that's not gonna happen. That's really not gonna happen.
Well, that
No.
sucks. But you can always dream, can't you?
Yeah, you can always dream, but it's never
Yeah,
gonna
keep
happen.
on dreaming.
Keep on dreaming.
Are there any other, well, things in this, well, let me just call it downloadable content instead of DLC?
Yeah, what you get is a good amount of maps. You get a few new dog
Vehicles.
tags.
Doctors.
But if I'm reading through these information, the dog tags are only for the premium members. So there you go again. Pay 60 euros and you get a free dog tag. Oh no, wait, you have to get the DLC first. What's free for a premium member though? But those dog tags are only premium. Then you got a new assignments, and it unlocks new vehicles, so that's cool. You get a few new vehicles, and of course the good old trophies and achievements.
But if you think about it, does 15 euros justify 4 maps?
Well, I
And
think
4 vehicles.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. 50 euros is, well,
15.
kind of
15.
buying 15.
Yeah.
Oh, I understood 50. My excuse. Anyway, 15. If you think about that, yes, I think it does. If it takes 15
Really?
damn minutes to walk to the other side of the damn map, and if you, well, think about it, yes, you do get some vehicles, you do get dog tags, and yeah, I think it's worth. If you really like the game, it's worth.
Yeah, but if you just look at the amount of maps, not at probably I would love to buy this DLC pure and only because it's this kind of a DLC this time, but I am not buying a map pack which is 4 maps for 15 euros. If I can go over to Red Faction, which I have standing right here, where I bought a map pack for 8 euros and I got 15 new maps.
Yeah, I agree with you both. It's the amount of money is way too much for 4 maps, but the fact I love Battlefield. I played a good amount of hours, and you know, no doubt about it. It are good maps, at least what we have seen from it. But the money is way too much. So, as a Battlefield fan, I won't buy this. It's
Maybe
very
if we
sad,
wait,
but I won't.
maybe if we wait, the price will drop, or
No.
does that
Now,
never
however,
happen?
you have to think about it like this. Like, I don't really know the release date, but they are gonna release Battlefield 3 Premium Edition, and that's basically Battlefield 3 plus the Premium you can buy separately, and only that for 50 or 60 euros.
Yeah,
So
the
if you
price
then
was
look at it, you get
wrong.
all the DLC, and Battlefield 3. I mean, that's a brilliant price for what you then are paying, but then you have to be a new player right now.
Yeah, if you are an old school player who bought Battlefield on release date for $60,
Then
and
this
you have
is
to buy
totally
the premium
useless.
edition for $60, it's insane. No one would do this. But yeah.
Almost with almost every big release, people who buy it at the start are always so willing to play it that maybe it was worth it for the money. But when you get further in time, you really, really are screwed if they bring out DLC and then come with, well, reduced price bundles.
It
It's
basically comes down to being impatient never pays off.
Yeah, yeah,
Being patient
exactly.
pays off. That's basically the thing.
that's the thing. Well,
Anyway, I
let's
think we expressed our opinion on Battlefield.
yeah, we did.
And its
Anyway,
DLC.
let's go to the next. Well, actually, this is kind of an amazing game called Guildwars 2, and our friend Loki has played really much of it. And there was a disaster in the first week. Well, tell us, Loki, what happened?
Well, anyway, as you might have mentioned, well, you have mentioned, not might have, as you mentioned, I played quite a little bit of Guild Wars 2. You can even check that out on my channel. Shameless plug. Yeah, I played quite a little bit, but last week there was an exploit where Karma gear that was supposed to cost 30,000 Karma points, which basically takes a hell of a lot of grinding on quests, which you're basically not going to get before level 80, in my honest opinion. It only costs 21 Karma points. Do you see the problem right there?
Hell yeah, let's buy that shit.
Yeah, so a lot of people bought thousands and thousands of these weapons and then continue to fender them, so sell them for a couple of gold to either other people, or they would salvage the items, so they would get
Rare
legendary
items.
kind of basic
Yeah.
gear, and then they could build legendary gear that actually takes multiple of these weapons to create. So it basically fucked over the whole game, and I just said fucked over, so that will be bleeped, and I said it again. Hell yes. So there goes the first two bleeps.
Well, that's fucked up.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
I just
I
had
love
to do
editing
that.
you.
Yes.
So yeah, they basically screwed over the whole game. So if the trading post were to be live, which it currently is not because has been in maintenance since the start. Thank you. Then the whole economy would have been screwed over right from the get-go. But because it was in maintenance, it didn't happen, and ArenaNet decided to ban 3,000 accounts in the first week. Permabanned. They
Whoa.
can only get their account back. They can get their account back if they send an email, and then they basically have to say, I didn't realize what I was doing, which is bullshit, and then they will have to get their items deleted, and then they will only get a 72 hours ban. So yeah, that's basically the story about that.
So, to be fair,
yeah.
just because some people are smart because of some stupid fault in the game, they are screwed.
Yeah, basically, but there's
Well,
a
that's
difference.
really, really.
There's a difference between getting an item just because you're smart. Like, some people only bought 1, 2, 3 items just because, hey, well, I can use these items and they are only 21 karma. Why the hell should I not buy these items? But other people decided, well, if I just break down all these items, I will have millions of gold. And I think that's the evil part, and I think they did right banning those people.
Yeah, I agree with you. But the point about sending them a mail like I didn't know a thing about it is kind of weird,
Yeah,
you know?
it's kind of ArenaNet having a little bit of mercy, and I don't really agree with that, but at least they get their items reset, and yeah, I
You
think
know,
it's a good thing, at least.
ArenaNet had a bit of luck too, because if the auction was live, they had
Yeah,
a really
if they
big
actually
problem
had a
with the Guild Wars.
working game, they would have a problem.
Because you can't turn it back.
Well,
If
you
they
can,
were
but then
thrown
you
on the
would have
action,
to roll back all the players, and that's probably something the
no one
people
will
wouldn't
agree
really
with that.
like.
To my honest opinion, I can understand people do this. It is, of course, not really the way the game is meant to be played, though. But you have to, well, think about the fact that they made a mistake, and maybe other people made mistakes too, but it was their mistake in the first place. I mean, when I find $100 on the street, I would, I think I would take it if I didn't know from who it's from.
Yeah,
But
okay,
if
but
they get
Yeah, but what if this almighty person came down and said, well, you weren't supposed to take that. I'm gonna take these €5 from you, or whatever you just found,
100,
100 euros, for example. Um, then you should just give it away. And they just decided to, hey, I don't see 100 euros on this street. If I take the brick away, I can see millions of euros, and I'm gonna take them all.
well, yeah, yeah,
that's
okay.
what they
That's
actually
the
did.
worst.
They
That's the worst analogy ever.
they should
But
they should have done it another way. I
I
think. Why not
I
just?
agree with the fact that ArenaNet first off did the wrong thing because they let the bug be in it, but they can, and you agree with this in your user agreement, they can ban you at all times if you technically abuse the system or if you
Ah.
abuse anything in the game. So they broke terms of service rule.
Well,
So
if
they
it's
are
in the
rightfully
terms of
banned.
service, yes, they're rightfully banned. But maybe because it was also their fault, they should have just deleted all the gold, or anyway most of it. Not
Yeah, but
ban
you don't
everything.
really know. The problem is that the gold is from everyone. It's not only from those people. So then you would have to track down the other person. It's basically something like I buy a gun, I sell it to another person, and then he sells it to another person. I don't know to who he sold it.
No,
Oh yeah,
it's a
that's a
problem
bit
what even
complicated.
can't be
Well,
solved. It's a problem what they can't even solve in the real world, you know?
No,
So banning those abusers, because I
it's
can't
just
call them
a is
users,
yeah.
is the right
um,
thing.
is indeed the right thing. It's a bit
Okay.
harsh if you played a lot of hours like Loki did, and but you knew you were wrong. You know, if like Loki mentioned, if you bought only 3 of them, it's nothing
Yeah,
wrong. You
most
know.
most of these people who actually got banned actually reached level 60 because those are level 60 weapons in the first couple of days, and then they stumbled upon this problem, and then they abused it. So they were actually high level hardcore players, most of them. It wasn't really like level 1s and 2s were doing it. So
Well, anyway, is there a way to get your account back if it's banned, or are you just screwed now and everything's
um
gone?
like
Well,
some people who were heavy abusers, and then I'm talking about thousands and thousands of weapons, they got permabanned without any way to get their accounts back. So they will basically have to buy another copy of the game, a new key of the game, to get another account and then play again. People
With a
who
new user.
lightly abused it, so like between 1 and 100, I still see 100 not as lightly abused, but in their eyes that's lightly abused. They got a permanent ban with an appeal ability which gets you down to 72 hours, and you will get those items deleted.
Okay, well that's fair enough, I guess.
So yeah, that's
oh yeah,
basically the
fair
Guild
enough.
War story.
The Guild Wars story, but is the game good?
The game itself, Guild Wars, is freaking amazing. I played a hell of a lot of it together with Gilza, someone I do videos with once every while. And, well, yeah, it's really fun. You have these amazing events. I personally bought it because of the PvP. I played it last year at Gamescom, and that really won me over to buy Guild Wars. And it's still really the same because the PvP is really balanced. Like in World of Warcraft, if you go into PvP, the PvP is really based upon gear. Right now, if I would jump into World of Warcraft, I would first have to get killed for 40 matches long to get a new weapon of the new season that's on right now to even have a chance to kill anyone.
That
And in
sucks.
Guild Wars, everyone, every armor, every weapon in PvP has the same stats. In structured PvP has the same stats, and you can get new gear because that's of course fun in MMORPGs. But they do not change stats; they only change appearance, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah,
Well, that's a good
that's
thing,
kind of awesome.
but the only thing I am kind of, well, if it only changed looks, why should you care?
Well, in MMORPGs especially, people like to look different.
Well,
They really
okay,
like
yeah.
changing their cosmetic appearance, and basically the real big thing about MMORPGs is looking different from your next player, from the next player, and just changing gear, finding new gear, finding loot, etc.
I think it's an interesting concept, but I'm not really that fond of it. But everyone's own opinion, of course.
Well, it just is something to keep the game fair to everyone. So
Yeah, I have to say, World of Warcraft isn't really that great either. In that way, you know.
okay.
I mean, if you have died 40 times just to get further,
Well, it's not 40 times, it's for 40 matches, because you basically have to gain tokens, or whatever it's called. I really forgot because I haven't played it for so long.
Same
To
here.
gain enough tokens to get back a good weapon of this season.
Anyway, that was Guildwars 2. Would you buy
Would I buy it? Are you
it?
seriously
Yes.
asking me would I
Let
buy
me
it?
think about
Well,
it.
I bought it. Would I buy it? Hell yes, of course I would buy it. I think it's one of the best MMORPGs right now on the market. I also bought Secret World, an MMORPG that came out a little while ago and that didn't do so good in sales. And if you look at a major game like Guild Wars 2, you rarely see why, because Guild Wars 2 is just so much better than such a game. And I really enjoyed Secret World as well, but Guild Wars 2 is just really up there, like one of the best MMORPGs, right next to World of Warcraft, without a subscription fee. And that's something that a lot of people really like, because you can just put the game away and come back at a later point whenever you want.
Wait. So this isn't just for a month, just for a year. It's forever?
No, you just buy the game for €50, €55, and you have the game. You can always come back to it,
Awesome.
and well, you have no commitment, and that's the thing that I really like. If I buy a monthly subscription for World of Warcraft, I really have to feel that I have to play the whole month. Right
And
now,
that
I
isn't
can.
really great.
Right now, I can just decide. Well, maybe today I only want to play a little bit of pool on OMGpop, and it wouldn't
Which
really
will
matter.
come on later. We
Yes.
will come to later.
Anyway, let's
Anyway,
segue into the nice high speed next thing. So what's that, Ghost?
Well, yeah, let's call it Formula 1, or actually F1 2012. It's the third game of Codemasters. It's out September 21st, so only 3 short weeks left. And yeah, they've done a really great job, I say. I played it at Gamescom 2012 earlier this year. And I must say, what they have done is actually amazing compared to the previous games. I know you guys both don't like games like FIFA, F1, who come out every year, and the only thing that has changed is one player has changed team and the other one is a bit different, his hair has
true.
changed.
Yep.
And
True. Yep.
I agree with that, it's
Sucks.
actually not really fun to pay $60 every year just for a new season.
It's like the EA DLC issue.
Yeah, indeed. But what the guys at Codemasters have done is actually amazing. They've changed the whole UI, user interface, for the guys who don't know it. They actually gave it more depth. You're now really the driver. You're in the garage. You are the main menu is actually the garage. So you
that's
can
cool.
go to your career from there. You can choose your online multiplayer, etc., etc.
Okay.
Also, what they have brought into the game is the young driver test. Every Formula 1 fan knows what it is. To explain to you guys, it's a test what every rookie needs to do, and from the test, the big teams see what you're capable of. So, for example, you drive straight into the wall and at the first corner, you're screwed because Ferrari won't go for you. Unless you really show some
Most
skill.
likely they are not gonna go for you, indeed, because if Ferrari was gonna hire them, I don't know where Ferrari would be right now, and I don't follow F1. Maybe they are down the list, but I don't really know that.
Oh, the season is really close, and that's a point where I come on later to it. But this test is in the game, so when you first start it up, I believe you need to do the test, and from that on, the teams will choose you instead of you choosing the teams, In F1 2010 and 11, you had the choice of a couple teams, and you actually could make your own career. And now the game does it for you. So that's a good point. also, as a racing fan, the weather system is really important. Does it stay dry? Does it gonna rain? They've completely redesigned the weather system. What I've heard, it's now possible to rain at one point of the track. For example, Spa is a really good example. Most likely it does rain in Eau Rouge and it's dry on the other side of the track because it's so big.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's really amazing, and because of that, you don't know which tire you need to use, you know?
Yeah, there's really a new depth to the strategy, like you said.
Are you gonna go for the wet tires, or are you gonna stay out on the dry ones and, you know, scramble around on the wet part and fly off?
Ghost.
Yeah.
Ghost. This is all really, really well hard to learn, you know. There are also some casual viewers, so I want to ask you a simple thing.
Yeah,
Because
go
it's
ahead.
a Formula 1 game.
Yeah.
Do the cars go fast?
What did you say?
Do the cars go fast? Well,
What
we have
did
a
you say?
we have. I can see this trend going of Holstein just asking this stupid question like he's the casual viewer, and we actually have to answer those questions. So I'm gonna repeat his question to you, Ghost.
Well,
Do Formula 1 cars go fast?
it depends on your own opinion.
What?
Is 300 plus kilometers in an hour fast?
Well, it's certainly a lot faster when I have to, run for the tram to get to school.
Well, if you look at the speed of light, which is 300,000 kilometers an hour.
Wait, it is? Oh,
No.
okay.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
it's pretty
they
darn
go
fast.
They go
flying
fast, and is it
fast.
worth a buy? Of course, for you, it's worth a buy.
Well,
But if you're just
I think with a
random-
Formula 1 game, you have to ask a different question. Is
Well-
it worth a buy for a Formula 1 fan, and is it worth a buy for a casual racing fan?
You're coming
For
to
me.
exactly a point what I want to talk about. What the guys at Codemasters have done for all those years, they made the game a simulator, but an arcade racer as well. So what they always said, our granny can go and play Formula 1. What you can do, you can put all your assists on and the game will actually help you go around those fast corners. It's not really helping, you still have to do it yourself, but you know, it's the little push in the back what keeps you going. And
So then
my-
I would not fly off the track, you were saying?
well, not really fly off like the hardcore gamers can do, but it does help you spot the braking points, assist you in your traction. You know, if you give too much throttle in a Formula 1 car, you get wheel spin, and if you put the assist on, it will prevent you from wheel spin.
This is exactly the same as in the, at least the earlier, and I also think the later MotoGP games. That's really a good thing they did. You can put your vehicle on, normal, you know, where you have wheel spin and spin out like crazy. But if you're playing with a friend who really sucks, you could put him on
Amateur
So you
mode
could-
or something like
So
it.
you
Yeah.
could make the game
Yeah,
as hard as
and
you
that's a really
yourself
good
wanted
point.
to.
You know, it's the Formula 1 community is kind. Sorry, you're breaking up.
Okay, I can hear you. So just go on.
Yeah, what did you
Anyway.
say?
What I said, so you can basically make it as difficult as you yourself want.
Yeah, you can make it as if you want, and that's a thing what I really like as a Formula 1 fan. Anyway, what they have done as well for the rookies under us and the amateurs, they've
Oh, thank you very much.
they've made some hot lap videos, spoken by Anthony Davidson. For those who don't know who it is, he's a former test driver at OMGpop, so he knows what to do in a racing car. Sadly, he crashed at 24 Hours of Le Mans earlier this year, but luckily everything is going all right with him. So
Did he
thumbs up.
recover well?
Sorry?
Did he recover?
Yeah, what I've heard for it, he's completely recovered and he's driving again. So
Okay, so he's doing all right, I hear.
Hooray!
That's a good thing.
So, but he has recorded some hot lap videos for the rookies, so you can see where his braking points are and how he actually cuts the corners and stuff. So yeah, it's really awesome.
Okay, that's really cool.
So anyway, it's
But
coming out September 21st. So yeah, if you're
okay.
looking for a new interesting racing game, I believe Formula One is the game for you.
Oh, and just one thing. You said that the game would be actually so easy that even my grandma could play it. Well,
Yeah, your granny can play.
I know my granny can play, but because she also plays Tetris on the Game Boy,
Well,
which
then
is
she's able. She's fully skilled. If she owns Tetris, she's
yeah,
fully skilled of
she
it.
owns Tetris, but I think there's a problem. I think she just likes to crash into other cars and make everyone die.
Well,
Do you get
we
points
don't
for that
have
too?
enough time to talk about that point, I guess. My opinion is those guys who think that they are driving bumper cars should go in their own lobby and have fun with each other and let the real fans alone. But
I think
I
that
heard
really would
Ghost.
be a game mode. That
I
should be a
heard
game mode.
Ghost complain much too much about bumper cars players online in Formula 1 2011. So I think he's not very happy with your grandma playing bumper cars with the cars.
It should be
Anyway,
a mode.
let's just quickly segue into the next part of the show. And we are going to be talking about Need for Speed, a game we all three are going to buy, and
Yep.
it's a racing game which is not as realistic, and I actually really enjoy playing it, and it's actually a remake.
It's
So,
really
yeah.
an arcade style game, of course, because it's not realistic. And it's called Need for Speed Most Wanted. It's actually the same title as an older game published some really many years ago. And it was it was platinum. Platinum. I don't know if
Platinum.
that's platinum. Yes. Thank you. It's actually platinum. You know what?
Platinum. It's all right. We understand you. They
All right.
understand you.
It was really a popular game. Yes.
it was
And it's made by the same people as Burnout Paradise, Criterion Gaming. So, and I
Burnout
know
Paradise-
they can make quite a good racing game. So yeah.
Yep.
an
Burnout
open
Paradise. I
world
really liked the
racing
game.
game. To be
An
fair.
open world racing game indeed, but the thing they are doing, they actually announced this, that they are gonna make all the vehicles right from the get-go available to you, and I really, however, I like that you get to choose which car you are gonna use. I really don't like the fact that you can, because like one of these parts about having such a cool car is that you actually had to do something to earn it.
Yeah,
Well,
indeed,
aren't
and the
there other
car.
cars like extras? I mean, they have all. Are it the same cars from the older game?
No, but they basically said that you will have all the cars unlocked right from the start, so you can just choose whatever you want to take a ride in.
Could,
know,
can you upgrade it though?
Yeah, you can most likely modify it, because otherwise it wouldn't be a Need for Speed game.
Well, I see them do this. I mean, it is a stupid decision. I mean, why would you play a game if you
Well-
can buy a new car? I mean, upgrading is fine, but buying a new car always gave that sense of, well, completing something. You know, you did something for it. You earned it.
You know, they
And-
haven't said you don't need to buy it, huh? They said everything is available from get-go, so I don't know, I want to look at it.
I see where you're
agree.
getting it.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
I agree the point of it's not cool that you can get every car from the beginning, but they haven't said it's all free to go, pick your car. They haven't said that.
They found a loophole.
You know, and it just came up to me, you know, I believe you need to earn some money for the Pagani Zonda or something. You know, it's a really exclusive car, expensive car, and your Fiat 500, for example, is free to go. You know,
I love the style and graphics also. Just to get to another.
Just putting that in
Yeah,
out there.
just out there. I love
Yeah.
the graphics. I love the style. I love the sound. It's really a game I'm looking forward to, and that's
It's
it
old
has,
school
it has
again.
been a long. It has been a long time. I actually. Old school games are kind of my genre. I mean, the last game I bought, which I was really excited about and played until it was over, was Rayman Origins, and that's actually a game that, well, looks and plays a bit like the first Rayman game ever released. I like
yeah,
those
it's a
old
sort
school
of a
games.
remake.
I like those arcade style games. I mean, realistic games can be fun as well. I mean, I don't really like FIFA, but sometimes playing with friends can be fun. But I really think arcade games are real games, as in everyone can play them and everyone can have fun.
And that's a really true thing. I really can't wait to put some damage to the state and actually cause them as much damage as possible.
Together
So
online
yeah,
in a free roam
when is the
game.
release date? I have it pre-ordered.
1st of October.
Okay, so
At
there
least
we
it's
go.
a Euro date, so excuse us if the game comes out earlier in America.
Yeah, the horror.
Which it will likely do. Which it will likely do.
Oh, I
Anyway.
do see there are some limited edition exclusives.
Yes, there are.
If you pre-order now at some certain stores, you get 2 cars and a sticker pack.
And most likely in
stickers,
EA
I like
fashion.
stickers.
Most likely in EA fashion, you can buy it later for only 99 cents a car. Anyway, talking about earlier release dates of the Americas, actually we are gonna jump into an American Revolution with Assassin's Creed 3.
Ooh, goosebumps all over the way.
Complete new engine.
Yeah, called Anvil Next.
Ooh,
And
next.
how many people can you render at once?
Well, it was something with a 2 and a lot of zeros.
So yeah, a shitload of people.
I guess it was around 20,000 NPCs at once.
I will look it up just because, well, you know.
Yeah, well, have a nice Google. We will talk about the new Assassin's Creed for a while.
Yeah.
We're gonna continue with Desmond Miles, of course, Subject 17. This time your ancestor's name is Connor. And Connor lives in America, of course, otherwise it won't be an American Revolution.
You don't say.
Hell yeah.
Anvil Next is reported to have the ability to render massive crowds up to 2,000 characters.
Only a
Well, there you go. He had a 0 too much, but 2,000 is enough.
It was a few hundred in the previous version of Anvil.
So yeah.
So that's a really big
improvement.
Yeah.
But why are you really going to have so many stuff going on? I mean,
well,
I even
he's out of words about it.
I'm out of words about it. I mean,
it's just like, oh my god, so many peoples at once fighting a revolutionary war.
What you mean.
I even think there are too many pieces in a chess game. Let alone stand 2,000.
Kalstein, let me explain this. The American Revolution was about fights where the soldiers were standing in front of each other.
With little musket rifles which didn't hit the target and nobody died.
And boats were shittier
and
than
then Connor came in with his hidden blades.
And then Connor came in with his hidden blades and no middle fingers because he... Oh no, that's a previous generation. Anyway.
I do like the setting of this new game. I really like it.
Yeah, I really do, because I like the history of America and most likely England.
The British Army.
Yeah, it's... Assassin's Creed 3 will take place in the 18th century. And
he said,
no, don't do it.
Shut. Anyway, you will be playing around in old school New York and Boston, if I were right. One thing is, you will also be playing around the woods. And I'm really curious about it, how that would...
In the snow!
Yeah, as well, indeed.
Yay!
Yay, snow. Throwing snowballs at pigs is fun.
I've my questions about climbing on trees in Assassin's Creed. You know, we're used to climb buildings in all the previous ones. And now we have the ability to climb trees, I guess.
Just this huge improvement in the engine made it available for Desmond Miles, to climb trees. I think it's just so wonderful. But you actually played a little bit on Gamescom, like going on a boat?
Beautiful. Gamescom, just for you guys to imagine, there was Ubisoft with Assassin's Creed 3, and there was like a row with a 300 minutes plus
People
waiting
were
list.
taking pictures with the guy who was holding the
I got
400
one. I
minutes
got one.
sign. It's
Well,
insane.
anyway, to make a long story short, Sony had Assassin's Creed as well, and nobody knew it. So I hopped in at Sony, and I played a little Assassin's Creed 3. It was a naval mission. You were on a boat.
On a boat.
Playing not as
Why?
Connor. I was not
Just
Connor.
and my
That's the thing I know. I don't know
He
why.
was reacting to my random song quote.
Yeah, I know.
Just continue.
Anyway, I had to get used to the controls, but it was really awesome. The graphics were stunning. The water is beautiful.
and the gameplay, I mean, it's awesome to climb in trees. I mean, I won't climb in trees. When I'm mad at a tree, I just shout at it. But
yeah, go shout at a tree.
you are a bad tree. Anyway.
Sit down, you bad tree.
Um,
Can you come
roll
down so I
over.
can climb in you?
Anyway, those naval missions, in my opinion, are a bit too much of the good thing, but it was nice to sail around the Caribbean.
Yeah, I think it's a nice change of scenery if you just look at the city and then you just now go to the woods and then you go on a boat, and I think
Yeah.
it looks really pretty.
Well, you're really sailing the boat now. It's I don't know about the story mode, but in Assassin's Creed 2 and later, you just went to the sailor man. You said, "I want to go to that city," and you were there.
Yeah.
I really hope that you're now able to sail to the next city. I don't
Yeah,
say
at the
it's
same
in there,
time,
but
they should make it available to just skip the long
yeah, skip it
time,
or
because
do it on your
I
own.
think that kind of thing is fun the first 2 times when you do it, but when you just quickly want to get to the other side of the world, waiting a couple of days gets kind of annoying.
Yeah, indeed, I agree with you.
So
Anyway,
I think we can all say that the game is not worth a buy, and climbing in trees is really not an improvement.
well, Halstein, correct yourself. It's
I'm
worth
just-
a buy
I'm
because
just-
you can shout at trees.
Yeah, that's
Well,
the best. That's the best
Reason
like
to buy the
feature
game.
in a game. Being
No,
able to
the
shout at a
game
tree.
really looked awesome. Even I am planning on buying it because I never played an Assassin's Creed game because it isn't my genre. It really isn't my type of game. I'm going to be completely honest here. Assassin's Creed never really took my attention, and some people can't understand that, but then you can't
Well,
understand.
the fact is you have to get into the story. So if you are planning to buy Assassin's Creed, you have to buy all the previous edition. In my opinion, let that be fair.
Yeah.
I know. That sounds a bit. Maybe when I get a good deal, I would. I really would. But let's continue to. Let me see. Oh, this is something I actually know nothing about. Call of Duty Black Ops. Of course, it's old, but what is new? Oh, Black Ops 2. Damn it. But Call of.
It's
Call
new
of-
and it's not even out yet. And no, it's not old.
Well,
So, yeah,
I
anyway.
heard you guys weren't really that excited about it, are you?
Well, the problem I have, and well, because people cannot listen into our conversations we have privately, unless you work at the CIA, then you probably already heard.
Yay.
Yeah,
Or be our moms.
I have this really big issue. Like all these years, I basically bought Call of Duty. I played Call of Duty since Call of Duty 3. Then I bought Call of Duty 2. Don't ask me why. Then I bought Call of Duty 4. Call of Duty 2 is, by the way, a brilliant game. But that to the side. Then I bought Call of Duty 4, 5, 6, 7, and now 8 is coming up. So basically, I have this thing going where I really like Call of Duty. Otherwise, I wouldn't be buying the game every year. And I basically said, last year I said to myself, I'm not gonna buy the game. Well, guess what
And
happened?
why
I bought the Hardened edition for €100.
And was it
and-
worth it?
No, not really, because the game was broken from the get-go, which Call of Duty, since Call of Duty 5 always is, because at the launch, so many freaking people are wanting to play the game that the servers just simply cannot handle it, and the game just shits bricks.
Well, you have to wait
So-
for a time then.
So then we wait a bit and it gets fun, but it takes a couple of months, especially with the last game, like the Call of Duty Elite servers didn't get fixed until 4 months later, and then
Oh,
it
that's a bit
started
late.
working, etc. But then I paid €100 for it in November, and I could start using the service in February of this year. I mean, I don't pay 100 euros for that. So I basically
That's
said to myself, well, I really like Call of Duty, but is it worth a new 70 euros each year? So I basically said, well, I'm not going to do it. But then Black Ops 2
just
came around, and Black Ops 2 is going to be taking place in 2025. And I have this little kind of soft spot for semi-futuristic shooters because I just like it. I don't know, I really don't know why, but I still said I'm not gonna buy Call of Duty. So then they released a multiplayer gameplay trailer, and they basically, in like a minute or two, they showed a couple of features, new kill streaks, and I still was like, that's really cool because it's futuristic, but I'm not gonna buy it. So then they
please ignore it. You're strong enough. There are
Yeah,
other
I
girls
know.
in the sea.
So then they came around a week ago from
She ain't
now.
worth it, man. She ain't worth it.
I
Sorry.
know. They basically came around with a trailer for their new feature, which basically is streaming your videos, live streaming your videos directly from your game, PS3, Xbox 360, PC, to the internet. I mean, on the PC, it's a easy thing to do, but you will not have to get a capture device for your PS3, so you can just directly live stream it from there, and you can even shoutcast your friends directly as a live stream. You have all these nice controls to just switch between the people and have a on-screen leaderboards and everything, and I think they really are going the right way with that.
But hey, wait a second. Wait a second. Can you put that when you record it in game? Can you put it on YouTube without getting a copyright issue?
You can, like with Modern Warfare 3, they had this nice thing that you could directly upload your clips of 30 seconds or less to YouTube, which really is shitty. Because 30 seconds you are not going to get a nice kill streak, I can tell you that much. So you could do that, but then they would place ads of themselves on it. But then you could download the video with your MP4 downloader directly in your video management, and then you could re-upload it, and it was totally legit to do. So
Fair
that's
enough.
not a problem.
Oh no, it isn't.
But I'm
well-
really excited because they now made this system in game, and it's 2025, and I get this kind of Call of Duty. I like Call of Duty, but at the same time, Call of Duty always sucks. So yeah, I have this issue.
But yeah, you have more issues.
I have issues. I know.
Yep, you have issues.
Do you
She
know?
has
Hot
issues.
girls.
Offspring. Hot girls, we have problems
Blue
too.
stew.
We are just like you, except we're.
Yeah, okay, alright. But anyway, how's the quality of the recording then? Is it really worth it to
It's
record
it's
in
720p. It's 720p.
Okay, yeah, that's really worth it because Uncharted did a wonderful thing as well. The same as you mentioned, what Call of Duty Black Ops 2 is doing right now. But the quality was not even 480p.
Yeah, the nice thing is that you can directly live stream it to a service like Twitch, or maybe their own elite service. If they do that, they are stupid. So I think they should implement Twitch, which probably they are not going to be doing because hey, it's Activision. But if they do that, that would be a really smart thing because then you have this
Activision
Twitch.
is a cousin of EA.
Yeah, you have Twitch connected to it, and then you can directly upload it from there to your YouTube and everything, and then it creates a nice whole service, but they probably most likely are going to do it through the elite service and stuff, and if they do that, they are really stupid.
Anyway.
So yeah, I just have this really
Wouldn't
mental
you just
breakdown.
Wouldn't you just wait until it works and then buy it for a lower price?
Yes, that's a possibility.
Well,
But
oh
Call
boy.
of Duties don't price down until it's 2 years later.
Kill everyone and
Yes.
steal their money. Anyway, let's go.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna do that right now.
Is
Where's
it-
my pistol application?
Do you guys have a problem? All right, give me a moment. Give me a moment. No, my mobile phone isn't nearby. Sorry, I can't show you sound effects.
Good, because otherwise the sound effects would be copyrighted. Most likely.
Wow. Anyway, maybe it's now a good time to begin to talk in the latest the latest part of this
The last part of this podcast.
Yeah,
and it's going to be our
sorry.
recommendation section. Yeah, I'm just going to take it over because you are out of words. I really feel the pain. You have such emotions on Black Ops. I can feel your pain. I really feel your pain.
your pain. Donald Duck. What?
Just
Anyway,
Ghost has been silent this whole time about Call of Duty. I can really feel his pain.
Yeah, well, I just don't like Call of Duty. I don't like to be locked up in a
You
map.
don't like
But
to be
I have to take my
boxed.
words
No, I
back, because
I don't like
Call
to
of
be
Duty...
locked up too, man. It sucks. I want to go outside and run naked in the woods.
Yeah, well, let me explain the fact. I have to take my words back, because Call of Duty is really becoming the Battlefield, and Battlefield is really becoming the old Call of Duty, so yeah, I don't know. But anyway, let's continue.
So
Well,
anyway,
let's
we are
continue.
going to continue to a recommendation section, which is basically be coming back every week.
Can I say
or
it?
when we
Can
do
I-
it.
can
No,
I-
you
can I say
cannot.
it?
Yeah, you can say which game it is, but for now I'm going to first introduce the section, so no, you cannot right now. So basically we are going to recommend something
game
on
we're
the
going to
internet.
talk about-
It can be a game, it can be an application, it can be anything
The
on the
game we are
internet.
going to
So
be-
take it away.
Finally. The game we're going to talk about today isn't really a game. It's a website full of games. Normally, I don't really like Flash games, except
It's not a
Happy
game,
Wheels.
it are games.
It are. Actually, it's a gaming service, if you want to call
Yeah,
it
it's
that.
true.
It's called Oh My God Pop, or OMGpop.com, if you want to call it that way. There are many great games on that. You can really easily invite your friends. You can play if you're a guest, and you can play. You can make an account and go up levels and buy stuff to use with your games. You have lots and different kinds of games, like pool, a game when you're a pig and you have a jetpack and you have to fly. And if you
That really
die-
sounds awesome.
Yes, that is awesome. And if you die, you can screw your opponents by
Rolling a slot machine and getting something to annoy them.
And they
Like a
also have
flying ham.
the most...
And one of the most amazing things. Oh wait, say Ghost, say. Say what
Okay, hell yes, it's my turn!
you-
Anyway, they also have
in there,
probably the most famous game, called Draw My Thing, also known as
Yep.
Draw Something.
Yep, it's known as Drawn Something for
And
the
you can actually get
iPhone.
and you can actually play it with 7 people at once, and you can directly guess what the word is. Isn't that a wonderful thing? Not
And
having
you
to
can
wait
even
6 hours
swear.
for the next
You
people to react.
You can even swear, but it will get asterisks. And
Well,
if
it
you
will not
swear
get
on the other
asterisks. It will
game,
get like these amazing shift every single number on your keyboard.
Yup.
that's two. And what it also does, if you swear on another game, you're kind of banned, even when you say shit, I guess.
Well,
Which is-
banned from you are muted
Well-
for 30 seconds.
Oh,
So-
well, that isn't really that.
It's not a big deal.
No, it's not really.
These are one of the many features you can find on OMGpop. Like I would love to call it.
I love calendar. Anyway, let's continue.
So yeah, I think we are finished with our very first kinda tryout podcast. I would like you, if you're watching this on YouTube or you're listening to it at another place, to like and favorite this kind of stuff if you really like and favorite it. And just tell us if we are any good, if we can do anything different. If you have a reaction to the show, we would just love to hear it. And we would like to respond to you and show you all our love. And if you want to scream to a tree that it should come down so you can climb in it, feel free to do so. This was Loki, and who are you?
Well,
Well-
that was Ghost. Don't forget to subscribe if you really liked it, because favoriting isn't really useful if you want to see more of us, or hear more of us, because we're not really showing ourselves. So yeah, bye for now from Ghost, and we got one more guest
If
over
you-
here hovering around.
If you want to hear our sexy voice, you have to subscribe to our channel. No live streams.
Like, when
and no
Ghost
streams.
said it, a couple of people subscribed, and then Galstein said it, and like they unsubbed. What
But
the hell just
yeah,
happened?
remember,
Yeah.
remember.
So anyway,
Stay in
let's play some
school.
pool.
Let's
Don't
play
use
some
drugs.
pool. Anyway,
Let's play
guys,
some
we
pool.
are going to be playing some pool on OMGpop. So we are going to go. Don't forget to check out all our channels. It will be linked in the description. I'm Loki FM. It has been Loki FM, Ghost NL, and Galstein. See ya later. I'm gonna end
Can
it
I-
right
can
here.
I
You're not
ask-
gonna say
can I
anything.
ask-
Bye.
No,
Whee!
I want to no. No. Damn it, no. I just wanted to ask if a nice girl would go out with me.